Welcome, welcome, welcome to the first meeting we have in August. And some of us have just returned from seminars, so we can talk about that. But I'm excited to hear news. So Cynthia, what is your news? What is your news now? Cynthia was in Boston last weekend, so we've all been traveling. We're all in different places. So Mary Kay is kind of like, well, what's going on this week? So Cynthia, what's your news for the past week in Mary Kay?
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't do anything with Mary Kay when I was in Boston. I was fully poured into my family because I hadn't seen a lot of them in years.
Oh, really?
I was only there for 3 days. Yeah, I had nieces and siblings that I hadn't seen in over 10 years. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it was just 3 days in Boston. My grandbaby turned 8. So I was just really focused in with them.
But but you mentioned that you're doing Mary Kay, so you can go back and contact them, right?
Right.
What a good idea. What a good idea. All right. Well, Cynthia, welcome to Thursday night.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. Speaking of veterans, there is Melissa. So Mary, I know you've got some good news. So Mary, talk about what's going on in Colorado with your Mary Kay business.
Well, this is so funny. I went to physical therapy. I'm doing the driving right now for the family here. And this gorgeous woman is the receptionist when you go into physical therapy. And so my brother went on back to his appointment, and I was just kind of sitting there. And she said, "Would you like a cup of coffee?" I said, "Oh, sure, yes." And then I said, I just have to tell you, you are absolutely strikingly good looking. Your skin is gorgeous. And she said, "Oh, thank you." And she has these beautiful eyelashes, and oh my God, she's so pretty. She's a winter, if anybody knows what that means. Mm-hmm. Fair, and then dark hair, and just gorgeous. Well, we just got to talking. And then, how it does, we just chitter-chattered. And pretty soon I brought up my Mary Kay, and just, she said, "Oh my goodness, I love Mary Kay." And I said, "Oh, well, do you have a consultant?" "No." She said, whoever was moved away. I've never heard from them, blah, blah. And I said, "Okay, well, let me see. What is it I might do, for you, and what might you need? Or have you ever analyzed your skin?" I said, "Your skin is so pretty." I said, "It'd be interesting to see what Mary Kay would think, on this analyzer." She said, "No, but let's do it." So that began our relationship. And today, because she had poor reception, we're kind of out in the farms here. And we met today at Subway. And of course, my chief thought is, "Oh, I want to recruit this girl so bad, I can taste it." And we met at Subway. We did the analyze. She's a complete 3D system. She has a daughter that's 19 that's looking to come into some kind of business. And so we opened up a lot of doors about what could happen. And I invited her for the meeting tonight. But this woman, you won't believe, if you met her, would have 7 children. I almost fell over because she doesn't look a day over 28. I'm like, 7 children. So anyway, she has one 19, 17, and on down. We had lunch. We did the analyzer. She's a 3D. She's going to go on my website when she's ready and order, because she knows now what she needs. And then we'll be seeing each other a couple of more times. And I want to talk to her about coming into the business and, having her own business.
Well, you have had
Mary Kay news.
You had an exciting week, Mary. And thank you for that explanation, because isn't that just how it's done? That's how Mary Kay, Mary Love is just the queen of warm chatter, and it's just like as natural as can be, isn't it?
Hey, Mary, that's how I started. My consultant moved away, and that's how I got started.
Oh,
I wanted to buy the product. That's exactly how I started.
Thank you, Beth. That'd be, there you go. There you go.
Perfect,
And
perfect.
actually, this area, it would just be dynamite because there are so many young mothers. My brother and his wife, they're grandparents, but they moved here to Colorado after 45 years in Dallas to enjoy the grandbabies. And so they're in a regular neighborhood. They're not like in an over 55 or anything. And I've just observed women as I've, run to the grocery and run to PT and blah, blah, blah. And I've thought, wow, this place needs some Mary Kay. I'll tell you that. And
So and thank you, Mary, for capturing the belief and the attitude, and that is so much of what it's all about. So thank you for sharing that. That is awesome.
you're welcome. Thanks.
And Melissa, we are sharing what happened last week in your Mary Kay business. Now, the couple of us were at seminar, so we got a lot to talk about. But what happened last week with your Mary Kay business, Melissa? Not much. Okay. Well, we'll be talking because you and Cynthia, your team member, we are about to give you some enthusiasm. Okay, if you didn't get enough from Mary, we're going to throw in some enthusiasm.
I can hear you, but I need to step away. Just wanted to let you know.
Oh,
but I can hear.
Okay. All right.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you.
Just wanted to
All
let
right,
you
so
know that I
Miss-
can hear.
I
Miss
got to
Beth.
ask Melissa this question before I pop.
Oh,
I see that you're Veterans Action Group. And so are you a veteran?
oh,
You have to take your mute
you're
off.
muted. You're muted, my friend. There you
There
go.
we go. Help me
No,
learn
ma'am.
what that means.
It's the nonprofit I work for that puts on the Veterans Day Parade here in Las Vegas. And it's a year-round effort. Actually, Cynthia is a veteran. She did 20 plus years in the military. And I'm a military mom of 3. You met one, another team
Brianna.
member, Brianna. And every generation in my family. And so it's just kind of natural, place for me to be. But I did not serve actually. I took the ASVAB and went down that track, but some things got in the way. And so my kiddos are doing the service for me.
There you go. Yes, we are
How
very, very
wonderful.
proud of you. We're going to be hearing more. And yes,
I'm a Navy veteran,
Oh, well, thank you for your service. And thank you
21
for
years.
Oh,
Pardon?
see, you and Cynthia. Yeah. Women like you led the way for my Army daughter and my Air Force daughter. So I really appreciate those that served, but especially those like you.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. I'm a nurse
So,
and I was a Navy nurse.
ladies,
And,
I
so
love
I'll
the
leave it there.
conversation. We do have an agenda here.
Okay, wait.
I know.
too.
And you know what? And that is part of the fun that
Whoops.
because at this point we're a smallish group, we can have more conversation. But what I really wanted to spend a little bit of time here today having Beth and Maggie share about last week at seminar. So Beth, would you talk about last week and can you talk about what not only some things you learned, but maybe if there's something kind of a shift in from the beginning to the end of a seminar that happened for you?
It was very exciting to be there. Of course, you get to see all your girlfriends, which that part I love, because I know a lot of people through the company and I was popping around all over the place. But anyway, the 60s party was a lot of fun. And then as far as I learned a lot through the speakers because I was getting ideas of things. Oh yeah, I forgot I can do that. I forgot to try that again.
Like what?
Oh, angel fry was good.
Angel fry is always good.
I
What-
got a lost for that.
What kind of suggested did she make that you remembered?
The facial boxes, the catalogs. Let's see.
The
Give out-
catalogs. What did she do with the catalogs?
Give out 60 a month, and then also with your card, and leave a sample on the book.
So what is that? You said she gives out her 60 catalogs a month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
with
just
the card.
Honey, do you mean to
Sample,
perfect
and then
strangers?
call
Like,
back.
Not
I
her
hear you.
customers.
No, not her customers, new people.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Well,
that's,
this one was good. I've never even heard this one, but carry stickers for if anybody has a small child. You can give their child something.
oh, that's a cute idea. So just give the kid a sticker because kids like them and then it starts the conversation.
Yeah. The other
Okay.
thing she mentioned was she takes a 70-page notebook and she puts all the states on the notebook. And then she asks people for referrals in other states. And then they just fill out the notebook where, and then if they give her 3 to 5 referrals, she gives them a prize.
So she does this like, so how does that go again? She has a notebook, so for the, with all 50
She takes the notebook to the parties. And
to,
for all the,
to her Mary Kay parties.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Or
Whoops. Oops. Oh, shucks.
Did we lose her?
Well, just for a moment, she'll be back. Probably, it's probably raining in St. Louis for all we know. Well, I'll tell you what, Beth is hanging out over there. We'll see what happens with her. Maggie, would you do the same? Would you share with us about last week? And we'll get back to Beth.
First, I want to apologize. I actually left my tiara at work because all my patients wanted to see it. So both that and the sash are at work because, well,
And-
I did bring my rings home though. I was not going to leave the rings.
Oh, my God,
at
no.
work.
I want to
These are my new. This is the new one, the turquoise one. It is absolutely beautiful. But what I love the most on it is on the bottom. You can see how it says MK all the way around, so you remember what brought you this
Oh.
achievement. So I thought that was
Well,
just
I
so
didn't know that.
and so I just keep looking at it. It's dumb, I know. And one of my guy patients, like, I want to see the ring. And I'm like, he's like, well, put it on. I'm like, okay, now you're just weird. Anyway. And it was, it's amazing who wants to support you in ways. Although one of my patients did say, he's in business. And he's like, wow, they've really upped the ante with business prizes. Huh? And I'm like, oh no, this is earned, sir. And
Let me see it. Let me see it closer.
Yeah.
I was so excited to see that
Just
tonight.
that
still
up.
permanent. Just still
Fantastic.
permanent.
Oh,
And then this is the
that
one from last year, as
gorgeous.
you remember. You got to try that one on, and this one is just so much fun. So, Mary, what size finger do you have?
7.
7. Okay, so this one would have to go on your pinky finger, but next time we get together, you get to try it on.
Thank you.
Important.
Maggie.
I thought
tell-
about you guys all week.
Oh,
Go
thank
ahead. Go
you.
ahead, Maggie. I'm
Tell
sorry.
them what you do, Maggie. I don't know that Melissa and Jessica and Cynthia know what you do.
So I'm a physical therapist. I actually opened my own physical therapy company 2.5 years ago. Because of COVID, my company was dissolved and I kind of flummoxed to not have a job. And in August of 2020, I really felt like God put on my heart that I needed to create a business opportunity for people in physical therapy to actually feel valued. Because the way my staff was let go is they were let go of our conference call and said, oh, by the way, you don't have a job. And, it's for PTs, like usually we can get jobs. It's not such a big deal, but for the office staff, for the billers, for my aides, I mean, these are college students that are just, they were literally staying in town, not, staying with friends so they could work for me. Right. And just the respect issue. But what I wanted to tell you actually about, well, 2 things. The only reason my business works is because my husband is super supportive. He is my Air Force vet in my life. And so I joke that I don't necessarily give it Veterans Day anymore because I married mine and my entire salary is devoted to him. So there's that. But moving on about the rings, there was one woman that told this incredible story about Mary Kay, the company. And obviously I worked for a company that literally let people go over a conference call, right? 23 employees. One of them had worked, 22 employees. One of them had worked there for 23 years. No severance, nothing, said, see ya, right? Anyway, what Mary Kay did for a woman that she had earned, was a year late. She was a year late in earning the ring, Nancy, your ring, the one with the heart, the blue stone with the heart on it.
Oh,
That
this
one. I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's an amethyst. This is the one of my favorites. Yeah.
Well, she was a year late in earning it because her mother died. And she called the company because she earned quarter sales the next year. And she, said, I made quarters of sales this year and the ring this year is beautiful, but last year that was my heart because that's my mother's birthstone. And that's the ring that is there any way possible you could possibly, if you had one left over from last year, do you know they put her on hold for 20 minutes and then they told her, ma'am, we'll make you one. That is the heart of this company. And it's insane. Like I think that's what I got the most out of seminar, was literally returning to the heart of Mary Kay, the woman. Now, I was not lucky enough to meet her when I signed up in 99. Guys, I was at 18. What the hell did I know? And Mary Kay at that point had already had a stroke. So I never got to hear her words from her mouth. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that are her words that come out of Nancy's mouth, that come out of our national sales director's mouth, that literally come from the leadership in the company, that the heart is literally, what was Mary Kay? I'm sorry, looking at my quote here, but it was that Mary's Kay vision was that you only can achieve anything in life only by helping others achieve their goals. Like that is the real purpose of her and her company. And what is, I'm going to joke a little here. I'm a physical therapist, right? And really my patients' goals and my goals are really to get them out of pain. So guys, do your exercises. I'm just saying that for you, Mary. Anyway, but that is literally what we do with Mary Kay. It's that, yes, we're providing a product that makes women remind women how beautiful they are, but it's the opportunity, it helps them achieve their goals in life, that they are not stuck in their circumstances. They are already so much more. Where do they want to go? So anyway, that was my big takeaway. Welcome back, Beth.
Thank you. Hi. I don't know what happened. My thing just died.
Yeah, you did go away.
And just whoop, everything.
So Maggie, thank you for that inspiration. And that really is the heart of what happens at seminar, and being there in person is there's so much we can get at our meetings and whatever, but when you're there in person and you're there for 3 or 4 days, it's just, you just get immersed in this bubble. It's really amazing, isn't it? So were there some classes or some techniques that you picked up on that you thought would, make a difference for you?
I haven't really sorted through all of it yet. I think what I ended up doing on the airplane ride home, because the internet didn't work, so I couldn't actually work, right? What I did was I actually wrote down on the back of my notebook that I took to seminar was just the idea of vision. What is my actual vision for, say, the end of the month, say the end of the year? What would I really like? And that was kind of what Pam Waldorf Shaw was talking about, that the only space between vision and fulfillment of your vision is time, and how you choose to use your time in the down moments. Not the gross amount of time, like your 8 hours a day that you're already committed to work, but those things you do on the off hours, those habits that you develop. That's what really gets you to seeing your vision into fulfillment. She said, check your habits, distractions, and excuses. Because guys, boy, do I have a lot of them, and I am really good at it. Mostly because I have a lot of practice. But she said that when you have a God-sized dream or a God-sized vision, a clear intention of your next step will come to you. So some of it is it's not so much about the how doesn't matter when the why is that important. And if your why is focused up there, your how comes. So I don't know if that's a technique or not, but
deep thoughts, but you know what, that is so powerful. And a lot of the classes that I took also were about attitude, about mindset. What's filling your mind? I mean, they always say it's like the 5 people you're around the most, really do an influence on you. And that does definitely make a difference. And that's why we go to seminar. But even more than that, I think the mindset is so important of where is your heart coming from? And I learned a lot of those lessons too. I thought it was really, really, really valuable. So thank you, Maggie, for sharing that thought. Was there any one technique that you said, I'm going to start doing this, or I'm going to start doing that?
Oh, Mary, did you have a question though?
I did. When you were talking about, here's your vision and here's your goal, and how you spend your time in between, you quickly said distractions and some other 2 things.
Oh, the idea is check your habits, distractions, and
excuses, distractions. Yeah.
Thank you.
That helped.
I was making some notes here, and that really touched me. So thanks.
Yeah.
I missed going this year, so I think my goal is for next year. I'm going, and I'm going to do something to get a prize. So
Mary, we missed you. Let me tell you.
all this
You know what
planning.
we did?
We what, honey?
We
What?
missed you.
Oh, thank you.
You were missed.
Well,
We were hanging out in the lobby every single night. Which was like the most fun, wasn't it?
That was a lot of fun, Mary. You missed out on that.
any good looking guys, girls?
Nah.
Ah,
They
shucks.
were about-
The Mary Kay men, you know, like the guys that are part of the organization that, oh gosh, some of them are just so lovely. Okay, Nancy, I finally have an answer. This is something I had never heard of before.
Okay, I'm ready.
Parades.
What?
What?
Parades. Not
Parade.
kidding you. This comes from Lachelle Selesky. And her point, what she said was, when right before a parade starts, where are all the people? They're all lined up waiting with nothing else to do. They're a captive audience. Now, I was kind of horrified when she says, I'm like, oh my God, a captive audience. But what she said was she just went through and warm chatted everyone and said, would you like to take a skincare survey? And that's literally what she did. She handed out skincare surveys, and then they had to either she did it by either virtually or like with a little blessing bag. But that's literally how she got to know more people, whether they be in her community or neighboring communities, or her consultants go to other communities. But they found that at parades was actually one of their ways to meet more women, especially, well, because here's the thing with moms. Moms are so busy. They'll take their kids to parades because it's a great community activity. And we already know they don't usually have a lot of time for themselves. And this was the one time that they could actually be in front of moms. So that was, I had never, out of all my years in America, I've never heard of this before. I mean, I've heard of the blessing bags, I've heard of the birthday
That's
leave.
really cool.
You know, I've heard of the lookbook parties, but like literally parades. And I was like, you guys are going to laugh. Usually when there's a parade, I have to go to work in the morning, you know, those Sunday working at the hospital, you know, right? And I'm like, for me, parades mean, oh my God, traffic jams. But no, she thinks parades are blessings. And I was like, well, what a fascinating concept. So that was one thing I had never heard of before that I thought was worth repeating, because
And
whatever.
what did she give the women when she was in the, going with down the line with, what
There's
did
a
she say?
in the blessing bag, she has a skincare. So she's like, would you take a skincare survey? So she has a little survey printed out on like a little card, like half a version of a postcard, right? And then
okay.
then in the blessing bag, she has like a mint, a sample, and her business card. And they enter into a prize if they enter into a raffle for a prize when they complete the skincare survey.
And where do they put the survey card? How do they enter the contest? Does she go
They
back
take
down the
a
line?
picture of it and send it to her.
Oh, they take a picture of it and send it to her. Well, that's a good idea.
Or I don't know if that's as far as she got. I'm sure you can figure out a different technical way to do it. But I thought that was very interesting, especially depending on community, how that might be really well received in your community. I know in my community of Seymour, maybe not so much, but Bethany, which is right next door, and Woodbridge would be very, they feel different. They're okay with that. The people approaching. Yes, my dear.
Would you slow that down a little bit and repeat it?
Okay.
I want to soak in everything that you said, and my brain is on slow today. So do you all ladies all mind if she repeats that? The steps
And go step by step. I think that's a great idea. Thank you, Melissa.
So I don't have any bags in front of me. I'm a little short on Cello right now, guys, but you get a bag, I would say probably about this size. So was that an index card? And then what you do is what she attached on the outside, a little skincare survey. So it was like on a half an index card. And then printed on it was just what products do you like? Or what products do you use? What do you like about your skincare? What don't you? And then I think then please send the survey to my website, or I'm sorry, not to her website, to her cell phone. So the survey, she didn't say exactly what was on the survey, but she briefly mentioned like those are the things to include. Because a lot of times people, you say, what do you like about your skincare, but what don't you? Because a lot of times people are like, oh, I love this about my skincare, but I'm missing this. And so with our boosters, we have an in with that, because our boosters you can complement with any kind of skincare just so that they know what products are available. And then in the sample bag, all she included was her business card, a piece of candy of some type. And I usually say non-melting.
That's a good
Right.
idea.
You usually
Yeah.
say what?
Non-melting.
Non-melting, so you want
Chocolate.
chocolate or something like a mint, something hard, a hard candy.
I personally love
Werther's
those
or
Word
something.
Lifesavers.
I
Or
think
the
that that's a
orange-
good idea, and you can ask all kind of different questions. It doesn't have
Whatever
to be
your target
just about skincare. It could be about, makeup, or Even you can even
glamour
make
survey?
one up for a man too. You can, don't forget the men.
Well, I will tell you, it was funny that you say that, but that's another story. I won't go off on that tangent because we do have time. Okay, so we talked about the skincare survey, business card, piece of candy, and then a sample. Now it could be, I'm a big fan of using the moisture renewal mask because I love it. And I think even if you have oily skin, because I have that oily skin, you need it, even, for any skin type. What I find is, as much as I love the charcoal mask, a lot of people aren't necessarily in that oily zone category. But you could even just include a lipstick, a eyeshadow, something a little bit more cost effective, but just something that makes them put this bag in their purse. So at least it's there. But you put the survey on the outside so that they can actually access that first before they forget. Because your attention span with someone with a 2-year-old is going to be less than 30 seconds. Right? So that was, and when everyone's lined up before the parade, she said before it starts, when everyone's lined up, that's when you go by and say, I have blessing bags, and that's how one way that she distributes either blessing bags or the skincare survey. And that's what her consultants do.
So that would be interesting, Melissa, for because your emphasis is on cancer care packages. And you could part of your questions could relate to, do you know someone experiencing chemo or whatever? So but I love that they take a picture of it and send it to her.
And Melissa, you got a parade coming up.
Yeah, by the way.
Oh, wonderful.
So wow. Thank you for, I mean, it's just and I want to, and where's your sash? Do you have your sash or is that at work also? You
No, everyone needs to see why I was gone for 3 days because they need to know why they couldn't get appointments.
Okay, right, exactly. But no, now Beth is back and Beth has her sashes on, 2 sashes she's got. And what were those 2 sashes, Beth?
One was for the Princess Court and one was for Go Give.
Okay, and we have pictures of you for for those of you, I've gotten out there so far is on Facebook, but we got some Facebook pictures of Beth on stage and Maggie on stage, and our awards dinner where we wore pink boas. And
I used that boa last night as a pillow in the airport.
oh gosh, yeah. So yeah, you got, what was that? You got delayed, your flight got delayed overnight or something?
What happened is the first flight, they couldn't get the plane to start. And then so they had to get a compressor to like jump it. They couldn't find a compressor that worked. By the time they got one, we went to Atlanta, but we missed our connecting flight.
So how long did you have to stay in the Atlanta airport?
Oh, till the morning. They put us on the first flight out.
Was it like 5 or 6 hours or 8 hours or what?
Like 12 to 7. So what is it? 7 hours.
7 hours. There's your boa.
Baby,
Maggie's got her boa.
already.
Oh, but it was so funny because there were other Mary Kay women, and it was just a big slumber party in the airport.
That's
much-
Mary Kay for you.
Yeah, that's right. And how much
Well,
is that? Oh my gosh.
we'll just all stick together because we don't want to be in an airport by ourselves at night anyway.
That's for sure. Oh my gosh. Well, that is great. And you got to be on stage, on the big stage with for Princess Court. So explain to Cynthia and Melissa, what is Princess Court?
Princess Court is when you sell 10,000, which is 20,000 resale.
So
And then
in
you-
a year. In a year.
In a year, yes. Sorry.
So when you accumulate 20,000 retail or more, okay?
Mhm.
And so what is then the average order per month is about what it's even the 600. The average when you're doing 600 every month, that pretty much does it, right?
It pretty much does it, yes.
Okay. So that kind of breaks it down. So that means you got to be on stage and have a good time. Yes, Miss Mary.
That was a
You
lot
said
of fun.
10,000
Wholesale.
Wholesale.
wholesale. Thanks. I didn't get it written down.
And yeah, I mean, the 20,000 retail means that you take advantage of those 60% discount orders. Because
Okay.
the wholesale and retail doesn't necessarily match. So if you have 20,000, if you did a like the 60% discount we did in June, you didn't have to pay as much per dollar. So usually it's 120 retail for skincare. Your cost would be 60. But this year, that time, it was in June, it was only 48 to get 120 retail credit. So you want to
Okay.
take advantage of those 60%, those special offers they put through every year. So, but yeah, Princess Court is fun. And then Maggie, when you do Queen's Court of Sales, like you and I did, now how much is that?
So that is 40 retail. And
40,000 retail.
40,000 retail. It's not necessarily 20 wholesale though, because it depends on, again, like Nancy said, whether you take advantage of those 60% offs, and then because you still get full credit for that. And then also with the masks, the buy one, get one free, you get full credit for that. So this year was a little more challenging for me to make court than the year before. Not last year, but the year before, I had an open house of almost $1,000. Well, I think it was 1,300 for Christmas. This year, I had 4 people show up, a little different. So this year was a little bit more challenging, but we still did it. So it just depends on, you have to be very strategic on how you accomplish your goals, right? And guys, I needed this ring. Did I mention how much I needed? I told Nancy earlier on, it was odd when I first came back into Mary Kay and actually started working. I'm oddly motivated by jewelry. Like, guys, I can't wear all the jewelry, but I need it. And maybe it's the accomplishment, like it's me and the dang college degrees. I got how many, like, whatever it is. And so Nancy's figured out that that's how she motivates me for team building. I need these little keychain things on our this year. I need them.
Well, we're talking about those.
In my case, it does nothing, but like whatever this little ridiculous, so whatever motivates you without you even consciously understanding, run with it.
Good thoughts, good thoughts.
Absolutely. Well, and I want to share a little bit too about, because this was, I think, was the 24th or 24th, I guess, time I've done Court of Sales, the 40,000. And someone told me many years ago, if you sell $100 a day, you're basically going to reach that 40,000. Now that's a little bit short, but in general. So if you're selling about $100 a day or $700 a week, which you can break that down to number of parties, number of faces, developing your reorder business, however that is, that will put you in line for the diamond rings, okay, which are a ton. And the diamond rings for next year, there is a ring that is so cool. I don't even know what it is. It's like aquamarine or something. Well, yeah, see if you can find the picture. It's so gorgeous. And what they do is they let you try. They have them all, of course. Look, can you see that ring? It's got stones around it, and it's got an aquamarine. They let us try them on.
Woo!
It's really stunning. And I really think like everyone should have one. That's just my personal opinion.
I think aquamarine is another birthstone for me in October.
Oh gosh, then it must be meant for you, Mary.
That's it. I mean,
That's it.
it's
Okay,
a
go for it.
vision. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But and this of course at this point in my life is kind of a standard. This is what I do now, and I just have to talk about expanding your thinking. And this is one of the things that I was really getting into, and from the director classes. So my first 4 years as a consultant, I did a Sapphire Star consultant every quarter, because once I reached the 1,800 wholesale, then I was done and I was happy. And I kept doing that and kept doing that. And I thought, oh, I could actually step up and do diamond or ruby. I went, oh, it took me 4 years to figure out that I could do that. I'm a little bit slow sometimes, but the idea is to expand your thinking beyond what you're comfortable with. And I went, oh, so we kind of decided, Beth and Maggie and I, and we're very, very willing to grab on more people and say, why don't we become a Cadillac unit? We've never, we've been a car unit since 1986, okay? Either the first one, which is now this really cool Chevy Trax, or the Premier Club, which is a Chevy Equinox, but we haven't quite reached that Cadillac. And there's a special luncheon at seminar when you get the Cadillac, your whole unit, and so if there we go, there we are. But this is the picture of our Cadillac team. Thank you. So we're looking for people that are going, let's do it. And I mean, along the way, we're going to learn what to do. But as a team spirit, doesn't it sound like fun? I think, yeah, let's see what we can do with that. I think it'd be really exciting. But I really wanted to wear this sash because I just thought it would be fun for you to know how much fun it is to be on stage. I particularly like that. And my friend
I kinda
Anne
like
on stage, and this is her first time on stage. Last year she did Court of Sales, but it was, or 2 years ago, but it was during COVID. It was all virtual, and that wasn't exciting. So I told her that you really have to get out there. You have to pose, and so we did. And posing is fun to be on stage.
You're gonna get pictures of that because I got both of you all.
I know. So yeah, we got to work on. I've got previous pictures of, because I have done this many times. So that's good. But I also just want to share the joy it was. And Suzanne, a friend of Maggie's, joined us. And what a joy it was to simply be with our own special group also. We did come together at night and had, I don't think we're supposed to, a glass of wine every night in the lobby, and simply talked about Mary Kay things, maybe yes, maybe no, just really had a very, very nice time.
That is wonderful. Oh, that's
I know, isn't that's all part of seminar, and it's all part of being in a group, in the physical group. But here's the way, I do want to share a little bit, because a couple of the things they talked about, I'm very excited about these new products. Okay. So, I mean, I know all of you know you can get the new eye makeup remover, right?
Oh.
This new eye makeup remover, I mean, I was thinking, how in the world can they improve what we have? Because it's such a big seller, and I totally love it. It's even better. It just dissolves your eye makeup, being waterproof mascara, and it conditions your lashes. It does separate just like the other one does, where you have to shake it up, okay? Because it's for oil-based and water-based products, okay? But the new eye makeup remover, and that's available right now if you want to order it. That was available last month also, at the end of the month. So that's available. It's a new product. It's in the new catalog that's going to be coming out. Right here, this is the new catalog that's going to be coming out for to your customers, because you did preferred customer program. I know this doesn't work always really well, but it's right here, right at the beginning. Okay. At any rate, but we also were gifted with the new skincare that's coming out September 1st, which is only like 4 weeks away. So this is really exciting, and there's a lot of information. They gave us a lot of information, but just a couple things I want to point out. There's still the 4-in-1 cleanser. These are all new formulas. It's still the Time-Wise complex, and the 3D complex, because it's a patented complex. But they changed the logo on here because it's going to look better on social media. They did a lot of research about what is going to look good on social media. So it's still got the 4-in-1 cleanser with the grains in it. Okay.
Wasn't the packaging different too? Something about recycled?
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say is they're also really increasing the amount of recyclable products because there's such an emphasis from Mary Kay on having sustainable products. And making sure that we are not contributing any more than like necessary for the landfill. So there's a lot that went into not only the insides of the pack, it's right in front of my face, not only the insides of the package, but also the packaging itself. Okay. So they've got the new 4-in-1 cleanser, and you're going to use that. And don't forget, this is the last month for the Skinvigorate brush for only $60, because that's going away September 1st. Because this is the 60th anniversary year, instead of $75, that Skinvigorate brush is only a $60 purchase. I think this is marvelous to work with that Skinvigorate brush. I'm just saying. Okay, and teach your people to do that because it gets in their pores and cleans it. But the second thing then, instead of a day solution or day cream and night cream, we went back to the day solution and night solution. Okay, for those of you that were around for a long time ago, when we had all the little beads, do you remember all the little beads? People went nuts over there, and they are in here again. Okay, so they're dissolving, they're time released for the night solution. Okay, and there's like this is all customizable, but they of course have changed the logo on it. So this is the night solution. So everybody uses the same, well, there's also a combination oily and normal dry, but everybody is going to get the one of the 4-in-1 cleansers. The night solution then will be right after the cleanser, followed by day or night. I mean, this is all one moisturizer. Okay, all right, just it's all one now, not a day cream or a night cream. Okay, so that would go cleanser, night cream, moisturizer. What's interesting is the day cream is going to go differently because it has an SPF. So it'd be cleanser, moisturizer, and then day cream, day solution, because it has the moisture in it, or sunscreen in it. Okay. I thought that was really interesting because they're really looking at the science. They work for years on developing these products. And I just there are just a couple things. I just took some really quick notes. But yeah, the 3D complex is still there. People are seeing the benefit because it used to be that people would see the benefit within 4 weeks. It's down to 2 weeks. People are when they did a lot of the research, and the Lyft driver we had said she was not for this particular product, but she used to go to Mary Kay headquarters and do research. Doesn't that sound cool? But anyway, so they said within just 2 weeks, people are seeing a difference with the new skincare product. And they were pointing out, and we've talked about this before, only 20% of your skin aging has to do with your genetics. The rest of it is your environment and what we do to our skin. So that's what we want to try and protect our skin with that. Let's see. You can all get, in fact, I can't get it any earlier either. August 26th is our target date. That's when we can get the products. Okay, you can get the skincare, you can get the oil-free eye makeup remover now. Okay, but you'll be able to get the skincare August 26th. So start preparing for that and start getting ready. I'm not sure. I think there's information on Mary Kay in Touch for you to start printing up and pre-selling this information, especially those of you that don't have any of the other 3D. Good for you, because some of us have a lot to sell, and it's not, people are going to want it. I'm not real worried about it because there are people that are going to really want the existing product too for a while. So it's just going to take a while. The suggestion is, faces. Let's do faces. So, yeah,
Nancy, that's another one that Angela Fry was suggesting. People don't want to take off their makeup, do it on their hand.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, there are a number of different ways to. Some of these young women are doing hand facials, or they call them facials or something like that. Hand facials. That's their whole party. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's what I've always done with an in-person launch party. If someone has 15 or 20 people at their new consultant party, I just was passing around the product and say, try it on your hand. And you can talk about the product. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's good. So the suggestion is
use the brush.
Or you could even use the brush. You're right. So the suggestion is do a power start, 30 faces in 30 days. Doesn't have, it could be in groups, okay? Or work on this new thing also is these pop-up parties, and those are on Facebook, okay? And that's where I'm learning about those, and we'll talk about that maybe at another Thursday night.
What was the name of it?
Those are called pop-up parties, and it's basically where you have every hour you talk about for like 2 minutes about a product. And then people interact on Facebook. I don't know, Maggie, I do not have that quite figured out yet. Okay. But
Mary doesn't either.
yeah, I'll get, well, I think it requires doing some videos. So I'm gonna find somebody that's really good at it and have them teach us at our meeting. Doesn't that sound like a
Oh,
good?
that would be great. I
I
need to
think so
learn that.
too.
Yes.
Because I don't know that I'm doing that. But anyway, the other quote I wanted to share with you, it says, you will know if you've got a God-sized dream when you really need God to fulfill it. Powerful thought, powerful thought. So we talked a lot. And then that was the other thing is that they were talking about the four things that you to manifest an outcome. I don't remember for sure who it was that said this, but it was manifesting an outcome. Well, number one is you need to be decisive. You gotta just you're never going to know if it's the right decision, but you got to make a decision. You know how it is. So be decisive. You don't reap abundance when you live in scarcity. So think very, very hard about your decisions. Secondly, is the discipline. It helps you to grow your confidence. If you're doing it, regardless of the results, the discipline of booking every day or warm chattering or doing the skin analyzer, the discipline of it is going to help build your confidence, and you'll start getting results of even if they don't start right at the beginning. Who was it? There was a motivational speaker I used to work with, and he would always say, you just don't see it yet, but it's happening already in your life. I thought, that's good. Number 3 is grit. Is just having it's foundational to success. So as they said, three faces a week, 300 in sales, and three warm chatter, not warm chatters, 3 career chats. 3 + 3 + 3 has been around for a long time. You want to do 3 parties ideally, a minimum of 300 in sales and 3 career chats every week, and watch yourself soar in 6 months. Well, by Christmas, holy cow. Just imagine if you have the discipline of doing that every week or aim for it every week. And number 4 then is accountability. And check to see how you're doing. Okay. Check with a buddy if you want to run with a buddy, but check yourself. So that's part of the weekly accomplishment sheet, which is really fun too. Speaking of which, I have a quick video, or not video. Let's go through this and go here. There we go. Whoops. All right. I decided I want to start with Mary Kay all the time. They did the best, like every hour, there was a big memory thing about Mary Kay. It was so good about going through all these old seminars. Mary, you would remember some of the seminars from before and all the history. Oh, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But what I really want to talk about just for a couple minutes, when you do those 4 things I was talking about, when you do those faces, the 30 faces in 30 days, this is the kind of reward you can have for this year. Look at that cute picture of Beth with her adopted director. This is Kim Cavaretta. I didn't realize she's the one that initiated this whole thing, Beth. She's the one that came up with this idea. And so here's the bottom line, is that I will be paying for your cruise. How do you like that? When you really achieve it, and it's so achievable. So think about this, because these are some of the things you're doing anyway. 600 wholesale every month. Well, you want to do that anyway. You want to get the awards and you want to be a star consultant. So you're going to do 600 wholesale every month. You get 1 point for each month. Well, if you do 12 months, that's 12 points right there. And we're talking 16 points. Add a personal qualified team member, that's 1 more point. Well, so you could add 4 more team members and reach your 16, or be a star consultant in a quarter. Well, if you're a star consultant all 4 quarters, oh goodness, you can be at that 16 points. Interesting. And attend at least 3 of the 4 in-person events. Now, Kim has access to some things that I may or may not, so we're going to work on that. But certainly career conference and seminar. But we want to try and find some local events. They may be virtual, okay, but some local events. Okay, and that's the idea, is you earn the trip. Now here's and then you can get more benefits. So if you get 24 points, for instance, you can get an ocean view room. Oh, because this is for an internal room. All right, but that you can get an ocean view room, okay, or get a non-alcoholic drink package. Or you can get even more, get a balcony room and then get a paid the taxes and fees. So I'm going to just, what the deal is, I will get I will pick up your cabin, okay? And depending on how many points you have, you can upgrade on your own. You are going to be responsible for the taxes and fees. It's about $200. And of course, getting there to Miami. And it's going to be in November. The dates are here, okay? So, but it's going to be so much fun because we're going to have 4 days on the ship. There are going to be a couple of stops along the way. There's going to be 1 day of travel, which we're talking about doing some kind of a mini workshop that day for the Mary Kay consultants, because there are an increasing number of directors getting involved with it. There are probably up to 25 directors right now that are participating with this. So we want to be sure to get the rooms. The deal here is, and I just developed a new Facebook group for the people that are committed to this cruise. Okay, it'll be just for us, but I'm going to put more information there because if you can put down $100 deposit right now, it's 100% refundable. But if you can put 100% deposit or $100 deposit down right now, you can get the you can have the reservation. Okay. And if you want to do a $200 deposit, I guess then you can have a balcony reservation. The fees are based on 2 to a room, just so you know. So if you don't have a spouse or buddy that you're going to bring, then 2 consultants might want to go together or whatever, but it is based on 2 to a room. So just to get an idea, but here's what I would do is get that $100 in or $200, whatever you want to do, and then focus on what you're going to be doing for that. Then you're going to put away some money from each of your sales or each of your parties or each of your faces towards the other expenses. And then when it's all paid for in a year from November, then you will really enjoy it and know that you have achieved a beautiful, beautiful prize for yourself. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Yeah. So I will be getting more information out for you. And as I said, I just like an hour ago developed a Facebook group. So if anyone just text me or whatever, if you want to be in the group, I will start adding more information and we can talk about accountability. We can urge each other on. We can keep each other going. Doesn't that just sound like a really fun experience? And we can all do that. So this is the year of the cruise. It's the year of the cruise. Oh, I'm so excited for us. It's great. Oh, speaking of, okay, here's Maggie's charm that she's getting. Okay, this is the charm, and I got charm bracelets. I picked them up at seminar. I've got the charm bracelets ready for you. So here's the charm, okay, for August for your new recruit. Okay, that's the only time you're going to get it in August. It'll be gone after August. So who will be your new personal recruit this month? Well, you can get 2. I guess I could give you 2 popsicles. All right, it's okay. Doesn't that sound like fun? Okay, so that's for that. We have new information. The bingo and half off deals are available. I am going to get them onto boards, but they are already on the Facebook group. Okay, just so you need to know if you need to copy. I keep them in my pictures on my phone because anytime someone, I can always just send a text to someone really fast. And this would be, by the way, another face or bingo, another face. And we're doing faces, okay? $500. You want to enter people in the faces, okay? But look at the purse for this month. Woo, isn't that stunning? A consultant is going to win that. I'm just saying, if you enter people into that contest, if you need more help, let me know. Okay. And of course, our consistency club. I may just send that out in a postcard for you this month because it's to remind you that the consistency of wholesale orders, and it's only $300 every month to be in the consistency club. And then you get awards from me, okay, every single month. That's kind of fun. All right. Last month, the people that did the 600, okay, it was Beth and Megan and Nancy. Here we are. We all got that bracelet, and we're on target to earn the whole year long prize with that colorful watch. We got to see it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you do a 600 this month, you're going to get this stamp. Do you remember those? I remember when I was a kid, we had you get a little stamp, you melt some wax, and then you get a stamp. Anyway, it's kind of a cute thing. Okay. Look at this, Maggie. Did you know that Tracy had a $200 week? And she did her report. Okay, Beth Owen, 213, and she wasn't even in town. Okay, so be sure to include your weekly accomplishment sheet because we want to honor you. We're looking for those $700 weeks, right? To be on target for the sales. All right, go, go, go. And look at that. Beth, look at Beth. 79 items, and it's just she did 79 items for the month of July. And the goal was 30. Well, go, Beth, go. Give her a big hand.
Go, Beth.
That's awesome. 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 I'm so excited for you. So now this month, sell 15 items by the 15th and report it on our Facebook group. And then we will honor you. So that's kind of fun. If anyone, we'll talk separately. If anyone really wants to focus on, we're talking about, well, these are $500. But if you're doing 600, what is it going to take to get the car? And we could talk about that. Okay. Finally, you can't fulfill your calling in your comfort zone. I thought that was kind of a big statement.
That's a truth.
So that is our recognition for tonight. And I mean, I feel like we could probably chat for another 2 hours, just like get a glass of wine. I'm not supposed to promote alcohol, am I? As Mary Kay.
Oh, well, don't worry.
A glass of wine, a little conversation with our buddies. That would be really.
That's right. Congratulations to all of you.
Oh,
What
thank you.
fantastic accomplishments. And it's inspired me to set some goals and get myself moving again. So thank you all. I'm so proud of Beth, so proud of Maggie, so proud of Nancy, how she finds this energy. So God bless. I gotta go.
Okay.
And
Well,
appreciate
I'm
you.
looking forward to hearing about your new recruit.
I think you're gonna
Okay.
get her.
We'll see. Thank
All
you.
right. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Thank you
bet.
for being here with us.
You
Stay
bet.
dry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh my goodness. What about that? Melissa, do you have any final thoughts, or Cynthia while we're here?
Thank you for sharing your experience at convention, seeing pictures, everyone sharing different things in the different Facebook groups, and I could only imagine how inspirational it is, for newbies, much less how exciting and inspirational it was listening to you seasoned Mary Kay consultants and still continue to be inspired, and having so many setbacks for myself. That's been a challenge, step after step, and thinking, oh, but it sounds like, you just put one foot in front of the other and just keep going, and it'll get you good places. So thank you thank you for continuing to share all of you guys' experiences with people like us.
You are so welcome. Well, this is all about, like Beth said, it's all about helping people move up and supporting other people. It's just, that's really what it's all about. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. And I do want to talk with my local yokels here. Sometime in the next couple of days. So and kind of let's regroup, get things in place, and watch out, here we come.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, ma'am. All right. Well, thanks for
All
tonight.
right.
And
Thanks, you guys.
thanks for sharing, Beth.
Yeah, thanks.
You're
Beth.
welcome.
Nice job. Bye-bye.
Yeah, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Star. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.